Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share a layout I created for CVS, so Coco Vanilla Studio, using their Bohemian Dream collection. And I've been using this collection since I've gotten it, obviously, but I mean, I have not switched back to any of their other collections. I'm like stuck on this one. I can't even help myself. All I want to do is create with this one. I think it's become my favorite. Wild at Heart, what I thought was my favorite until this one came out, and I'm sure until the next one comes out, and when it does, that one will be my favorite, right? Because Zoe is so talented. So I just wanted to tell you that I started off this layout using my Silhouette Cameo, and all I did was use the font tool and wrote the word happy, and that was just the font I had on my computer, and that's all I did. That was very simple. I just cut out the word happy, and then I backed it with that beautiful watercolor purple ombre sheet, and I'm going to create my layout from here. So those photos are of my oldest little meatball, and this was on her 4th birthday, and her birthday theme was Rapunzel, and she wore a costume for her birthday. So, and everyone was encouraged to dress like their favorite Disney princess or prince. And so she was Rapunzel, obviously, right? I mean, oh, to be 4 years old again. And she came down the stairs, and my mom had dressed her because I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off trying to get things ready before guests came. So I was, prepping the hors d'oeuvres and getting the drinks on ice and all that stuff, and she wanted to get dressed, so I asked my mom if she would kindly dress her for me, and she did. She never misses a beat to take care of her grandkids, so I love that. And she was so proud, and I was watching her walk down the stairs, and she just had this absolute glow of her. She felt confident, and she was happy, and I asked her if I could take a couple pics, and she posed for me and was smiling. And so, it's hard to get a 4-year-old to take a picture because they have a mind of their own, obviously. And but this day she was happy as a pig in mud, for obvious reasons. And I asked her to sit on the stairs. Long story short, I got some great pictures. And fittingly enough, she's wearing purple, and this collection is all about the purples and the different variety and shades of them. So it works out perfectly. So you saw me, or I still am, because this process takes me forever. I'm backing my photos. And so I'm using 2 photos here, and I think they're 2x3 photos. So it's just 2 photos on a 4x6, so that would make them 2x3. Obviously, it's still very early morning here in Toronto, so my brain isn't functioning as well, and I'm stuffed up, and I'm not believing that I'm sick. I am not sick. I am going to be healthy for 2018, so yeah. So you saw me there that I backed my photo on some foam, and I do that with, I'm going to say 99.999% of all my photos. When I'm scrapbooking them, because I like the added height and dimension. So obviously I knew going into my layout that I wanted my title to be something with the word happy. I wasn't exactly 100% sure what it was going to be, but then I was looking through the chipboard accents, and that other happy stood out to me, so why not make the title Happy Happy, as my girl was super happy that day of her birthday. She usually is a pretty happy kid, but just that day she was radiating. She was like all beams of, smiles and whatever. So here you see that I'm going through the ephemera pieces and working my magic with frames. I have this I'm starting to think it's a sick obsession with frames, and whether they're chipboard or cardstock, ephemera pieces, whatever, I love frames, and I hope that Zoe and other manufacturers never stop making frames, because they're my absolute favorite pieces for layering and creating clusters with and whatnot. Now I'm adding some glue to the already sticky chipboard, and you guys know that I do this for security reasons. Um, I've had some bad experiences with finding ephemera and titles at the bottom of page protectors and albums, so I never want that to happen again. This is not a fail-safe way, um, but you know, at least it helps. In my mind, it does. So yeah. So I'm going through and I'm creating my clusters. This one is a relatively simple layout in terms of clustering. I go with two smaller floral clusters, and I just let the title and the photos speak for themselves. Nothing over the top here, and my title is relatively simple as well. So for the most part, a really simple layout for myself. Now, if you guys didn't already know and don't follow Coco Vanilla Studio on social media, there is a brand spanking new collection coming like very soon. So I know that Zoe is frantically, you know, packaging and getting everything together, and I know that my DT package shipped out, so I should have those yum yum goodies in hand very soon, and I'm looking forward to that. And you know, I'll do an unboxing when I do get it. And that collection is called More Than Words, and it's along the same lines of you know, Coco Vanilla Studio style, and it's florals and just beautiful ephemera pieces, beautifully designed, and the color scheme is like light pink and peachy with, you know, gray tones, and it's just beautiful. So I can't wait to see it in person. So I'm working on my clusters, still working on my clusters. So I added that flare button there, and it says "You are amazing." And it's just sitting on a nest of metallic gold thread. Very easy. And I'm just building my layer. So I added that butterfly, which is perfect because there's something about, you know, butterflies lately that I've been adding them to my layout. I've never been a big butterfly person per se, right? Like some people are crazy about butterflies and try to stick them everywhere. I've never been a butterfly like lover. Like, yeah, they're beautiful, but I don't want to stick them everywhere. But I found with this collection, it's like I just want to plaster them everywhere. Does that make sense? Do you guys follow what I'm saying? I don't want to sound like a nutcase, but butterflies everywhere. Yeah, so I'm just trimming the bottom branding strip. I've been forgetting to do that. Usually I do that in the beginning of my layouts, but I haven't. I've been forgetting. So I felt like the bottom left-hand corner of the layout needed some grounding and some weight. So I'm just creating a tiny little cluster there. Nothing huge. I don't want to detract from the layout and the actual photo and clusters. But I do want something in that bottom corner. So I just snip a flower there like you can see. You'll see me add the rest of it in a second to the bottom. And there we go. There's a little cluster there. And I think I add some of the tiny words as well. Those are another one of my favorite. I hope those never stop. I hope that manufacturers continue to make those and produce those. I'm just scrunching up some thread there. I needed another pop of gold, so... Oh, did I remove it? Oh, yes, I did. Yeah, maybe I thought that it wasn't for me. I try to do the messy thread thing, but I'm no missy. And I'm like, I really need like that order, and like the messy thread, it looks beautiful on other people's layouts, but I can't seem to do it on my own. Sometimes I do it, but I'm like, oh, why did I do that? After gluing it down. So I prefer for myself more neater kind of like, I don't know, closely wound together kind of thread. Like under my flare. That's as wild as I get, guys. So I think that's pretty much it for my layout. I know that I take some gold Heidi Shine, and I add my clusters. I add my splatters. Yeah, this layout definitely needed some more gold, and that's how I make it happen on this layout. See, there I am. I knew it was coming. And yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my layout. I hope we can be friends. You can follow me on Facebook. Well, you can friend me on Facebook. You can follow my Instagram and all my other social media platforms. You'll find the links in the description bar. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me, and I appreciate all of you guys. Have a good one. See you next time. Bye.